Hi, this is Gene Bohensky from Reel to Reel Warehouse, and it's getting a cold October fall day, and we got 2 more pallets from Japan, and it's exciting. I haven't seen what's in these pallets, so I want to just show you what's in it. We're going to lift the lid. We got a whole bunch of metal reels, some big ones, a Sony digital reel. We got some TWO RE701s. Those are, I guess those are large hub reels. Let's see if the right thing's in the box. No, there's a Sony metal reel in the box. Here's another Sony metal reel box. Yeah, there's a black 12 window reel in there. There's some TDK GXs, some Sony ULHs we'll be listing, and some nice big Maxell tapes, UDXLs in this box. There's a lot of big things here. You know, since the last time we did this, I've sold most of that. Here's a plastic Sony reel and some Scotch 206. Now let's look at the other box. Okay, what we have in here, some more Maxell, some UD back coated, some Maxell empty reels. Here's a very unique demonstration Akai 747 reel. And look at this, a small mini Techniques black reel. I've never seen one of those before. I'm sure like any of these lots, there's going to be things that I've never seen before. Anyway, what's going to happen next in this video is I'm going to organize all these things and show everything to you on the table and show everything that I got. I haven't gone through this yet, and talk to you soon. So we got all the reel-to-reel tapes from the latest Japanese lot all laid out on these 2 tables. We got a ton of tapes here. It's an amazing haul. I'm just going to go over some of these that we have. They're already up on the website in inventory, and they're all pretty cool. So let's get started. We got some Ampex empty reels. I guess somebody tossed the 456 sticky tape. Some Sony Ferrochromes. Sony SLHs. These are the versions with the plastic reel, which are the good ones because those are the ones that aren't back-coated. They sold back-coated, non-back-coated SLH and ULH and plastic reels. We got some UDXLs from Maxell and some back-coated UDBs, about 6 of those. A whole pile of Maxell XL1s. About 30 Maxell UDXLs in the big pile. It's a pretty big haul. We also got these old Maxell 5-inch double play tapes with the old reels. That's an interesting haul. We'll be putting those on the site. And a bunch of small Sony tapes. These are also 5 inches, but they're acetate and not really usable. We have a big pile of Akai empty reels, including some painted gray ones for the later 747s. We got some Scotch tapes, various types. A whole bunch of Maxell 7 inches, UDXLs, LNs, and UDs. Here's another big pile of Maxell UD tapes, many of them new, and some of them with plastic reels. Back here, we got an interesting lot of brand new, never used Sony professional tapes. These are the tapes that are similar to the Scotch 206 that were used for broadcast. We have 12 of them in new old stock condition. They're great tapes, no sticky shed, very reliable. We also got a pile of Sony empty reels, some BASF LH LPR 35s. We have some single or large hub TAC empty reels. A lot of people like the large hubs. We got some sealed Scotch 150 tapes made in Japan. Whole pile of TAC 3-window empty reels, metal reels. Whole bunch of Sony metal reels, both black and silver, those classic 12-window reels. We have a whole bunch of Sony super dynamic tapes that came in these plastic boxes. These are new old stock. Let's see if I can get the reel out here. That's how that looks. These were great tapes in their day and still work fine today. Let's move on. We actually have a whole bunch of Recording the Masters tapes that came in. I don't really get those often used. We have both LPR and 911s. Moving on, we have a whole bunch of Sony various types of Sony 7-inch tapes, some ferrochromes, SLHs. Not all of them are good. These I'm going to have to sort through with time. Up on the top here, we have a bunch of Denon metal reels, empty reels. Moving down below again, we have a whole pile of Sony professional tapes, also new old stock, but these are the 7-inch version. And also about 8 brand new empty reels, the latest Maxell design, which is one of my favorite designs to use as a take-up reel because they have such a solid and robust feel, and they run really well balanced and true. We also have a whole lot of empty Maxell reels, the MR10s. This is the classic design. A bunch of them are sealed. We have about 8 of those. And we also have Sony ULHs sealed. These are the last high-end formulas that Sony made. These were good. These don't suffer from sticky shed and have a performance roughly the same as the Maxell XL1. We have those in the large format too. A whole bunch of those in 10-inch reels. In the back, we have a big pile that came in of BASF, those classic BASF LH tapes, 1800 footers in the gray box, and a whole bunch of these TEC empty reels. A lot of these brand new, right out of the box. People really like them, including me. They have a unique design, and they have a metal hub, which makes them also run very well balanced and true. Moving on, we have a big pile of all different types of reels that came in. A lot of empty reels that I haven't got through. There's Maxell reels here. There's one that's a TDK 2-window reel. And there's also this classic Techniques 3-window reel that you see here. And also we have a whole pile of 1/2-inch Ampex 456 tapes. I bake these because I think if you're doing a project, you can get a couple of months out of them. They're still great tapes when baked. This is kind of interesting. This is from some kind of Japanese recording artist. They put a bunch of stickers on the reel. This is Yamazaki Nishida. Maybe this is a famous CD that was released and I got the master tape for it. Who knows? That's something I'm going to check on. Anyway, all of these tapes are now on our website and in inventory. And I want to give you guys a discount code for making it through the video. That's video 10. You can get 10% off on our website at realtorealwarehouse.com. When you check out, you can enter that discount code. Now, I want to finalize this video with this interesting lot of pre-recorded reel-to-reel tapes from Deutsche Schallplatten and TOA. This is an interesting company. This was actually an East German company, VEB Deutsche Schallplatten. And they had an arrangement with this Japanese company to provide first-generation or second-generation master tapes of famous classical recordings recorded on a Telefunken machine in East Germany of some of the famous orchestras at the time. Now, all of these tapes, I'm going to open one of these boxes for you. All of these tapes, there's the cover of the tape. All of these tapes have a kind of a transcription note inside of who originally recorded it, Tonbandaufnahme, with who did the recording and a little bit what the original tape was and what time it was done. And these are genuine master tape copies. These were very expensive. These are 20,000 yen each. Here's a sample of the reel. They either use Scotch 206 or Ampex 407 tape. I'm going to be listing the whole lot on eBay. I'm going to be baking the 407 tape before I send it out because they're going to work fine. But this is a classic lot, a once-in-a-lifetime lot of master tape copies of East German Symphony Orchestra. We have Beethoven, there's Mozart, there's Sibelius, there's Brahms, there's Bach, there's all kinds of famous German composers and music here to listen to. So once again, thanks a lot from Gene Bohensky at Reel to Reel Warehouse. Hope you enjoyed the video.